Hey guys, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope your Christmas is going well and it's fun. So I just hope it's going well. Hope if you're having like a holiday, like a Christmas or Hanukkah or any other like any like religious events, be Christmas or whatever. If you're having that on this day or near this day, I hope hope it's fun. Hope you have some good times with that. Hope you have a great time with your family and your friends. You watch some really good, YouTubers or whatever. Not talking about myself. That'd be conceited. No. But hope your Christmas overall is just a great time. You get some good gifts, get some good things. If you're a gamer or you're a movie fan, I hope you're getting some good movies or game stuff. So yeah. So I thought instead of doing like a haul, I might do a haul. Who knows? But I thought I'd just make this video to kind of, I don't know, if I make this video to kind of wrap up the year and talk about some of my favorite movies that I reviewed this year. So they don't have to come out this year, just movies that I reviewed in this season of Fantastic Star Season 2. So alright, let's get to the video. It's Fantastic Star. Hope you're having a great day. So I figured, yes, this is the final episode. This is the finale of Fantastic Star Season 2. I'm not going to do a big skit like I did this summer with the finale of Season 1. I'm just going to do a countdown and kind of show you some of the favorite movies that I reviewed this season. I know I reviewed some games like Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, but I thought, hey, let's go ahead and just review some, not review, but kind of just go back and talk about some of the favorite movies I reviewed this year. Now, they didn't have to come out this year. They just had to be the ones that came out this season, that I reviewed this season, Fantastic Star Season 2. So it didn't have to come out this year. It couldn't come out any other time. Some of them are pretty old, some of them are pretty new or newer. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So, let's go to number 5. So, on number 5, so it's on number 5. Before I get to number 5, let's go and talk about some honorable mentions. So, the one I have is Bohemian Rhapsody. I really love this movie, one of the favorite movies of the year. But I just had all fun with it. It was a very great movie. Loved it. Rami Malek did a great job as Freddie Mercury, and I hope this movie does win some awards as he does. So I hope he does too. Ant-Man and the Wasp was really fun. It bombed in America, which I was surprised by, but I also really enjoyed. I enjoyed it. It's a very good movie. Even though it kind of bombed a little bit compared to Black Panther or Infinity War, but in China it did pretty well. Terminator 1, a very good movie. Not as good as its predecessor, but a very good movie. And X-Men First Class, my favorite X-Men movie, but we'll get to why I didn't put that in the list. Anyway, let's get number 5. Number 5, Ready Player One. Now, this movie was a really good movie. And one of the funnest times I had in a movie all year. Great references, of course. There's a lot of references. It's just too many. I'm surprised how I bet a lot of the budget was just, being able to use these properties. Anyway, had a great time. It had great references, great music, good score. Some older like 80s music was in this movie. Really enjoyed it. It was an okay story. I kind of wish there's definitely a difference between this and the book, but I like both. And just overall, it's a very good, fun popcorn movie. You sit down and relax and have a good time with. So let's go on to number 4. So number 4, we have X2 X-Men United. You're probably wondering, you already reviewed X-Men First Class. That's your favorite X-Men movie. Why don't I put that in the list? Well, I really loved First Class. It's definitely a great movie, but I kind of wanted to shine some light on X2 X-Men United. The first one, I think, is not really that underrated. It's little, but I think a lot of people realize that that's one of the first movies come out after the big terrible season of superhero movies, like Batman Forever, Batman Robin, Superman 4, like all that. So I understand why a lot of people were, it was coming out of this pretty bad decade and it's pretty bad era of superhero movies. And this movie was, the first X-Men movie was very responsible for rejuvenizing it. But X2 X-Men United is actually, I think, is better than the first one because it had better action. I think better acting a little bit. Definitely, had a lot of good characters, like just really good characters, and really developed. These characters were fleshed out even more. You had the addition of with Stryker, which I love Stryker. He's really cool. He's a good villain. He's a very underrated X-Men villain, but I liked him. You had of course, the addition of Nightcrawler, which is, compared that to the Apocalypse Nightcrawler, I like the X2 X-Men United Nightcrawler a ton more. And of course, the White House scene with Nightcrawler when he's teleporting around, it's amazing. Loved it. And let's get on to number 3. On number 3, we have Black Panther, which was a really good movie. It is a very fun movie. Really good origin story, but it's a really good continuation of the story from Civil War, where we had, of course, T'Challa lost his father, and he went on his revenge quest, only for him to go back into his wise mind and figure out, no, there's been enough bloodshed. I needed just drop this, and he does, and I really enjoyed that. I just love T'Challa. He's a really good character. I'm really excited to see him in more stuff. I love T'Challa. He's great. And let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we have Avengers: Infinity War, which this could have easily just failed. Like, this could have easily just had died under the hype. It could have just been crushed by its own hype weight. But it prevailed, and the Russo brothers made a fantastic movie. It blended space opera with comic book movie, and of course, lots of emotion. And I love that. It was great. It was such a great combination of all those things, plus many more. Such a great movie. It's gonna be hailed as one of the best and most important comic book movies of all time, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and move on to number 1. And here's a hint. Dun 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 dun. All right, number 1, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is probably my favorite sequel of all time. One of the best action sci-fi movies ever made, up there with Empire Strikes Back. Such a great movie. It was so important. A lot of people give the credit for Jurassic Park for being one of the first to use CGI, but let's be honest here. This movie came out in 91, and I believe Jurassic Park came out in 93, I believe. So I loved Terminator 2: Judgment Day. It had great effects with just practical. There was a lot of practical effects. They could easily just use too much CGI, but James Cameron knew there was a lot of good stuff to be done with practical effects. A lot of the stunts were real. A lot of the explosions and crashes were real, and that's amazing. I love that. This movie just did everything right, and it was such a great sequel. It's light years beyond the first movie, and even light years beyond any movie to come afterwards. And I love this movie. It's so good. I will try to review Terminator 3 and Salvation later on. I may get Genesis last before November 2019. That's when the Terminator 6 comes out. So yeah, I love Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Great movie. Amazing. It's one of the best movies ever made, one of the best sequel ever made, in my opinion. One of the best action sci-fi movies ever made, and one of my favorite movies of all time. One of the best movies of all time. So thanks for watching this video, guys. What are some of your favorite movies that I reviewed this year? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.